Hello there, and welcome back to the City of Mist. We left off after a very interesting altercation with Xander and one of the enforcers and a mystery person. Although I do think we know where this will be leading. Let's go meet with our investigators now. Picking back up from there. Hello.
Hello.
Alrighty then. As we mentioned, we'll pick up from the scene with Xander after you shot the dude in the leg and he kind of skedaddled. You saw that they were bleeding and they were in pain. Are you basically calling them an ambulance? Are you helping them physically? What are you doing?
How bad is he hurt?
He got stabbed with the opposite end of a baseball bat. They got cracked in half. So, he'll probably be fine, but, not doing great.
I guess I'll heal him with some magic.
They seem mostly out of it. So I don't know if are you just doing a heal and dash, basically?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, that works. So you're able to do that real quick without really any issue. The other individual left. As a reminder, the person that you shot in the leg left behind some melted brick in the shape of like a hand, as if you were squeezing it, basically. And after you, figure all that out, and probably, head back to your office, I would assume?
Yep.
Okay, we'll rewind, basically back to the beginning of the day, to Radaya. You said you wanted to stay behind, because Isabel mentioned she'd be swinging by, and you obviously have a business to run.
Yep.
Excellent. So I've basically been having everybody roll investigate and then asking questions from there. Did you have any general questions for the people if you're listening in? Or were you looking for anything? Or did you essentially just want to wait for her?
I will be going about my business, listening to the chatter as I go about the store, listening to what they're gossiping about, etc., see if anything piques my ears.
Okay.
And basically waiting for her to see if she does or does not pop by.
Yeah, if there's any particular gossip you're looking for, you can roll me investigate, and then you can get that many bits of hot gossip, basically.
Yeah, but just seeing if anybody's had mysterious, seeing a flaming fireball go through the sky at night. I don't know.
Sure. One thing that would stand out.
Mysterious meltdown on the brick wall. I don't know. So let's start. Investigate?
Yes. And quickly as a reminder, so Waifu's been doing it. If you guys want to, that would also help. So I can't see, for whatever reason, the tags that you are selecting as you select them, which is, it's a thing. Whatever, it's fine. If you want to say them as you are clicking them, that would also work. So if you're saying, I'm rolling investigate, I'm choosing, knowing the neighborhood and customer service. If you say that,
that's exactly what I was going to do.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Those are the two that, I think that's all my only options.
Perfect. So you can say that out loud. That way I can go cool, or oh wait, you missed him, and you go oh shit yeah, and then we'll just kind of gravitate back there, so we don't pull a Moira and get really excited. Roll a 5 and a 6 anyway and succeed, but forget to use your tags. So
Whoops.
What? I never did that.
Yeah. That's
so
just
yes,
who
knowing
she
the
is.
neighborhood and customer service. Gonna hit the button.
11. Alrighty.
Maybe I didn't need all those.
Those cool dice.
Those, I say every single time. I do love those dice. All right. Were there any particular bits of gossip you were looking for? Remember, you can also save these for when Mrs. Bell swings by. Entirely up to you.
Well, I'm just curious on if there is anybody in the store or in the neighborhood that has seen anything relating to the strange mishappenings of fiery figures. If I hear anybody talking about, this bright light shone on my window and it was gone. Anything strange or unusual like that?
Okay.
That piqued my interest.
You would definitely hear a few things coming up. And obviously, as a quick reminder, the way that people bring them up is very boring. So they obviously wouldn't say there's a fireball. It's more like, oh God, I honestly don't even know how a regular person would see a demon flying through the town, because a low hanging jet would be horrifying. Maybe burning garbage or something that got dumped out of a truck or something along those lines. But whatever they saw just made no sense. So you are indeed hearing some of that. You also hear, to mirror what everybody else heard, that there is increasing violence, but it seems to be against specifically the enforcers. And not just them, it also seems to be against some regular folk that are up to no good, if you will. So people that are mugging, bothering people that are coming out of bars, things of that nature. People that won't take no for an answer. You're hearing violence against those folk, but your customers seem not really worried, oh, am I going to get hurt next? Because all these people seem to be, ne'er-do-wells. So it's kind of is it a Batman type figure running around? What the hell's going on here?
That's
Vigilantes.
Yeah, basically. Not that
Although
we
I
know.
guess we're vigilantes.
Roxanne is literally a vigilante, so
He's
in a way.
literally seems a little hypocritical of me now to say that. Oh man.
I mean, we suspend disbelief to a little bit because we do have to sometimes punch the problem in the face. It's part of the fun. But while you're kind of hearing all this and discussing it and whatnot, after a little bit of time, Miss Isabel will indeed swing by, and she looks around the shop as per usual. She gives you a quick wave to say like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And she takes a seat, and you know her usual, so you're able to get that ready for her. And she sits alone. I'll say maybe she comes around like your lunch period, so you have some time to chit chat with her.
Yep, that works.
Perfect. So as she takes a seat, she looks around your shop, and everything looks nice, and everyone's relatively calm. And she sighs a bit of relief, just effectively saying, I'm glad despite all this drama, you're not really having any problems over here. You think nothing happened?
Seem that way. But if I look out the door every time I leave, it's like something did happen. My next door neighbor has a hole in her shop.
What little there is of the shop, yeah. I believe all the smoke at least died down, so that shouldn't be bothering you. And she kind of laughs a little at that. And then looking around the shop again, she kind of gives you a look, Radiah, as if to say, I have a question for you, if you don't mind.
Hi?
You seem to be doing pretty well for yourself here, yeah?
Seems to be.
That's good. Did you ever have, and if this is presumptuous of me, just let me know. Did you ever have money problems or anything along those lines?
I can't say that I have. I keep a pretty good track of my records and stuff. I see everything's above the board and nothing going into the red as far as I can track.
She nods along with that. Says, good. Well, I heard one of your customers bringing it up not too long ago. Hearing about the, what those punks getting beaten up in back alleys and such. How do you feel about that precisely? I assume you know what they're talking about, right?
I have heard the same rumor mulling around. I even heard it coming from a different neighborhood altogether. There was some underhanded business going on in the back corners, too. I hope that didn't follow and come over into this neighborhood as dead.
She laughs a little at that, taking another sip of her coffee, setting it down, says, well, unfortunately, sometimes certain things take place right under our nose. I'll go ahead and just dispense with any pretenses and let you know that, some of those individuals were, let's just say, bothering me and my business.
No.
Well,
no.
I invited them, unfortunately. I didn't know who they were at first. So let's just say I don't exactly feel bad that they're getting theirs.
Oh, my.
You said you're clear, though, right? They have not bothered you at all?
Not that I'm aware of, and my staff would let me know if they're being pestered by any such matters.
Good. Apparently they were a little rougher than I was expecting, and I take some days off, and, my staff didn't let me know, so I wanted to make sure you weren't being abused in any way, shape, or form, but good. Honestly, good. I'm glad things are running well here. Hopefully whatever's going on, things will get cleaned up.
You didn't get too hurt with any of this, did you?
No. I mean, besides, she just kind of rolls her eyes. Besides losing my business, I didn't lose my life. No one was hurt. Yeah, I lost some product, but if there's nowhere to sell it, then what's it matter?
You think it has to do with those ruffians or what have you, or whoever's beating them up? Somehow misfired, and I don't know what happened to your business, but...
Honestly, that would make a lot of sense. I really can't say, though. It's also complicated. Let's just say I was getting by day to day. One of the only lights at the end of my tunnel was your coffee here. You really make good stuff.
I thank you.
You're welcome. I'd say you'd be surprised, but seeing as you're a professional, you probably wouldn't be. Sometimes something as simple as good food, good coffee, good conversation is all someone needs to keep going, you know?
Mm-hmm. I can attest to that.
And
Some days even I need to take a sit back with my tea and relax and listen to the murmurings of the crowd here.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice just to relax and sort of chill. I honestly don't mind it. And she looks around again. Don't tell anyone, but a little part of me sort of doesn't mind. not having to deal with the drama anymore. I'm sure you can guess that with those people nipping at my heels, I owed quite a bit of money. And after this
Oh, dear.
nonsense, I no longer do. So, good with the bad, I guess.
Oh my. Okay. Well, what do you plan on doing now?
That is a wonderful question. Let's just say after I'm done dealing with the insurance fools, well, I'll have some hard decisions to make, but we'll see.
Keep me posted.
Oh, will do.
You know where to find me. Send me a text, and I'll be here waiting.
She finishes up her coffee, gives you a smile, and then Sand says, of course, you know I'm right around the corner. And with that, she kind of wraps things up with you. Did you have any questions for her before she leaves?
I can't think of anything.
All right, well, you do have her personal number, as you guys were neighbors and everything, and
Mhm.
you're all aware. She lives very close by. So with that, she'll kind of give you a little nod and a wave, and she will head out. And then after that, all of you would have experienced your own little pocket day / investigation period. So realistically, knowing what we know, having all the information we have, it would roll over to the next day. And if you guys need any reminders, feel free to ask for what you saw.
Can we just have a general reminder?
I mean, yeah, basically, as was stated with Vidaya, there has been growing violence. Xander and Roxanne saw it firsthand. So Xander saw one of the enforcers getting beaten up. Roxanne didn't really, she kind of saw it. It was more like the ass end of it. And I forgot what you asked exactly, Moira, but it was important.
I was like, I know I asked something, but damn if I remember. I know I spoke to the guy from the liquor store.
Yes.
I mean, he said that they hadn't been hanging around, but he was leaving, or
yeah, he said that his niece was basically swinging by, so they're gonna be hanging out. And he said, whatever y'all did, good job, because we're seeing way less jerk offs swinging by our businesses. So good job.
No, that's right.
And other than that, it's been, we'll say, about a day or so for you guys to collect all that information and such. So y'all can reconvene if you wish. You can keep investigating individually if you want. Essentially, whatever you need to do to get the information.
Well, I vote that we reconvene and figure out a plan of attack. I'll send out a little email. Not an email. I'm a modern woman. I send out a text. If nobody answers, that's probably
I
fine.
respond immediately.
Oh, are you surgically attached to your phone?
I'm a modern girl, yes.
You send me an emoji.
Yes.
And that
It's just
sounds
a
like
thumbs up.
quickly me on the floor on the shift to just like thumbs up. Okay, I see ya.
Yeah,
Back to work.
sounds about right.
You guys are all going to meet up at Xander's place, I assume, or somewhere else.
Xander's place, yeah.
Okay. And as you're all heading out, Radaya, as you are leaving your place of business, you see someone walking around with some flyers and such, and they kind of wave to you as they see you leaving your building and go, hi there. I got a quick question for you.
Yes?
Do you mind if I hang this poster here? As I'm sure you're aware, Mr. Kevin Cardwell is running for governor, and you don't have any on your building or looking at the crater next to yours. He goes, oh, I can't put any there, obviously. I was wondering if I could hang one on your building near the window, maybe?
I would prefer not being a cafe. I don't want to instigate a political statement on my business.
Fair enough. Your neighbor doesn't have to be open currently. Not the whole one, the other one. They're going to be coming in later, or will they probably give the same answer?
I'm not 100% sure.
Cool.
You'd best check in with them.
All right, excellent. I won't hang these without permission, of course. They are, and he kind of unrolls one. It's just your stereotypical governor man, just like, big chin, very, very, very light beard, just smiling with like lights behind him, and like, oh, looks great. And he's like, well, I don't want to waste these. They were kind of expensive to print, so I really appreciate your time. I'll be seeing you, hopefully. All right, bye. And he kind of crosses the street and goes to bother somebody else. And with that, you're all able to meet up at Xander's place.
How's my cute little bacon?
Did we break in? Did Xander let us in? What happened?
If the door wasn't open, I broke it.
He just punched through the door.
Right,
Bacon squeals.
There's a whole ass pig there. How can you resist?
I was going to make a pig sound, and then I decided against it. But just know in your hearts that emotionally, that's what I was going to do.
Excellent. I can very much make one, but we'll hold off for now because Bacon's not sure how he feels about you guys. So I don't know if he's happy to see you or not, Roxanne. He's neutral.
Allowed.
All right, after you all reconvene, who brings up what first? What do y'all discuss?
How did anyone find anything?
So, them civilians.
What about them civilians?
You know those tough guy enforcers?
Yeah.
They're getting pushed back by civilians.
Oh. Wait,
Yeah,
that's right.
civilians with powers.
Wait, I wasn't able to confirm that.
I almost guarantee that.
I've had first-hand account that they have powers.
That's right.
What kind of powers?
I was trying to see what these bowler hat guys, the enforcers were doing, and some civilians were getting to fight with them, and I chased him off because I thought he was the problem, and then he got jumped by some civilians, and they had super strength. I was able to get one away, and he pretty much melted the floor with his hand.
Melted the floor?
Yeah, I bounded him with chains and was interrogating him, to say. And yeah, he was trying to struggle to get free, and he melted the floor with his hand.
He melted the floor.
That's not scary.
I would like to say, I don't think that's a regular civilian.
Not anymore.
Not
Also-
anymore.
Remember how we kind of went off and checked for the sell or the buyers at the little auction? Yeah, so when I was shaking him down to see where he got his powers, he said he got it from Big M. Conveniently, that sounds like Malvin to me, because he was trying to buy it and he says he didn't know anything about it. But that's exactly where these musclehead civilians came from, which was his bar. And also he said, don't worry about it, my boys can handle it. So yeah, clearly something's not right there.
Yeah, sounds like a good lead.
Awful big coincidence. Marvin?
We also tapped his phone.
Well, what'd you get?
Have we gotten anything back from that?
Well, I don't know. Roxanne's brother's the one that did it.
Oh, yeah. What did he find? Wait, I didn't put that in my notes.
You forgot that you brought him for shakes and burgers? After, doing something boring, I guess. How dare you? Horrible sister. -1 sister point.
Take that back. I'm best sister.
Debatable. Bring a child to tap a wire. But yes, we'll say that he basically ran for you. He gave it to you, Roxanne. You don't want him directly involved in all this, obviously. Basically, you're just exploiting his skills.
Yes.
Yeah, and then paying him with junk food, which that's how you do things. Perfect. So, yes, in this time, like I mentioned, it's been about a day or so. There is definitely a lot of dead air to go over and boring conversations. But yes, you would have picked up on one conversation with an individual that was speaking in a really whispery voice. I'd say from last you guys spoke, it's been your group in general. I'd say maybe about 4 days so far that it took you guys to get all this information while you're hitting the streets and things of that nature. So we'll say about a day or so ago, you're able to finally get this, Roxanne. And essentially, you heard from this whispery voice that Rat, you're assuming they are, as they were indeed called that over the phone, they're going to be meeting for a standard drop-off pickup at a place called Lending Way.
Lending Way, huh?
Lending Way, exactly. Also, you know that after their conversation went back and forth, Rat essentially said, you know the way to get in, meet me, and we'll sneak in through the back. Or we'll get in through the back.
Was there a date and time?
Yes, they're meeting in a few days. So about 1 or 2 days from now.
I will share. So who wants to go to Lending Way with me?
Obviously, I'll go get my feet on the ground.
What is this place?
Were you to look it up, this is a location. I won't have you roll for this. Lending Way is a business that is currently shut down. It used to be a location for people to basically receive loans. And on surface level, that's essentially all you got from it because, like I mentioned, they are sadly shut down.
Can we tell who the owner was? Or why they got shut down?
The why, you're not sure. That would require definitely talking to some folk. It looks like it was very suddenly shut down, though. The owner was a Charles. We'll say while you're looking to see, why it was shut down, you learn that this place was relatively generous, as in they weren't looking to rip people off. They might actually have been trying to help.
Meaning they probably overextended.
Oh.
Yeah, that seems to be what some folk are guessing. Obviously, you're not seeing any like real reasons, but you're seeing a lot of folk online complaining and saying, hey, what the hell's Lending Way shut down? Like, blah, blah, blah. I was just going to speak with Charles the other day, and all the comments from what you see, all of them are positive. The locals seem to love this person. Some of them are angry. Some are disappointed, and there are rumors going around that he took all the money and ran, or something along those lines.
Is there anything that would make it seem like he just that's what he did, or
No.
was it just because I feel like that's just an angry person.
Yeah, it's those people just seem to be angry. Basically, everyone's like, no, there's no way he would have done that. What are you talking about? So the reason you think this person was liked, Roxanne, while you're like scrolling around the internet, is because every time someone's like, he probably took the money and ran, what a piece of shit, people jump on this person's throat and be like, no, how dare you, he'd never do that. So
Can we investigate the building at all, or
yeah, you guys want to look at it prior to getting the date?
yeah?
Yeah, sure. It's not too far from here. I'd say about an hour or so drive. The building you run across is, unfortunately, approximately where you're expecting it to be. It is currently part of a multi-tiered building that goes up about 3 or 4 floors. You can see that other parts of this business are also shut down. There's like a psychic agency that shut down. There's another pizza place that shut down. A sub place. There's a second loan on the other side. They're still open. Plenty of businesses are still open, but this one specifically, Lending Way, their sign is still up, but there is like tape over it basically saying shut down, and the light is not on. It occasionally flickers, which is most likely a mistake of the electronics, but it's definitely not supposed to be on. Hopefully the lighting is covered by whatever tape this is. Someone looks like they're a little extra judicious with it. Other than that, not the best location, but also not the worst.
All right, who wants to break in? It's not going to be me.
Who had the best skills in that again?
It wasn't you, that's for sure. I'm just kidding. Actually, I think it might have been you, but you just did pretty badly.
What kind of door is it?
Seems to be just your regular everyday run-of-the-mill door.
I guess I'll jimmy it with some magic.
Alrighty, we can definitely do that.
That's all it needs is a Jimmy.
Probably, yeah. Go ahead and select whatever tags you want and roll that bad boy.
Do you want me to tell you what I'm picking out loud, or
Sure.
doesn't matter?
Yeah, it makes it easier.
Spellcasting, energy-based construct, and Eye of Zar.
Alrighty, a 10! You're going to sneak in with basically no issues whatsoever then. And basically make a
I gave that lock a status 3 tier.
Excellent. You make it a wonderful little magic key and just lock that sucker open.
Ping.
Excellent.
All right, the door's open.
All right, going through the back way. You guys have to go through some alleyways in order to get here. It's a little cramped back here, but not too bad. No cameras or anything of that nature. And your group, looking around, no one seems to see you. You guys timed this pretty well. Are able to go in through the back door of Lending Way. The inside, unfortunately, also looks very similar to the outside. It looks like some folk left in a rush, but there is not really much left behind. There is some furniture and such. Definitely, I don't want to say like poorly wore down, but well loved. This place was open for quite some time. The only papers you guys see scattered on the floor and knocked over bins and such seem to be filler paper. Things that were printed on accident, things of that nature. No customer information left behind. Whoever did work here most likely just picked everything up and left with whatever they had.
Cut and run. We're in now, right?
Yes, you're all in.
Can I investigate the office?
You most definitely can.
Investigate. So I should.
Oh, so you didn't want to break in, but you want to come inside and investigate.
Look, if the door's already open, I didn't break in. You know what I mean? Just the way it is.
But also a reminder, every new scene, which we are currently in a scene, you do get one free question if you wish.
This is true.
Yeah, so if you only have one question, you can just ask it.
Well, I guess the one question is there anything left behind that could indicate it was a forced removal?
By forced removal, you mean the owner was forcibly removed?
Yeah, or I guess forced was not quite the right word. It's more like, was it a third party Or did they leave of their own accord?
Looking around here, it's a mess. It was real difficult to tell. You're not sure if any of the information that was actually left behind is of any use to you guys. It's going to take some time to look through all this. Fortunately, there is a good amount of you. And I don't know how well Dragon is with picking things up. But hey, Roxanne, you have shadows too, so you can all kind of move through this place with relative ease. And something you do notice is, while the furniture is worn down, it's not due to any like malicious force or damage. It is indeed due to just use and love, from what you can tell. There are two things that stick out to you that kind of make you go, huh. One of them is the boss's name tag near his door, which is at the end of the main hall. Looks like it was hit or struck by something because it's hanging. Inside the actual office, he doesn't have expensive furniture either. He sat in the same chair that his associates did. Everything in his office, this room, is actually very similar to everything everywhere else. It doesn't look like he spent more money on himself. His office size is about the same as everybody else's. Something you do notice, though, is on his desk, under some of the paper, you see a wedge that looks cut. And upon closer inspection, it looks semi-fresh, but it also looks like it was made with something that didn't like fall, like a cup or a light. It looks like a knife or something, because it's far too deep, and it cut far too sharply into his desk. And this is the only instance of what we can just call violence that takes place anywhere in this office.
So it seems like he's been threatened?
It would lead you to
Well,
believe that, yeah.
Why wouldn't they take the knife, though?
There is no knife.
Oh, wait, it just looks like a stab.
Correct.
Oh.
And it was buried under all the papers. The cut, that is the only one of its kind.
That's bizarre. Can I investigate to see if there are records of any pressure, being put on them by a third party?
From what you can tell, basically nothing was left
Books-wise?
behind. So there's no records left behind for books, customers, anything. It was all taken.
Would it be reasonable to think that either he took everything and left, or they took everything and left?
From what the scene tells you, it's difficult to tell which is which. The stories don't add up at all from what's going on.
Yeah.
Here. Some people think, like I said, Charles just left out of nowhere. He only had 2 other people he was working with, and their offices, like I said, are very similar to his. In terms of just like what's going on here, like I said, there's not really much to go on in terms of like information, because like I said, it looks like nothing was left behind, and there's no way to really tell like who left it, who took it, etc., etc. Yeah. The other 2 names are an Andre and a Mandy.
Can I follow up on those 2?
You most definitely can. In what way? Just like writing them down, or?
Yeah, well, I'll write them down and see if is it just their first names?
First name, and then so it's like Andre R, and then
Right.
And then like Mandy like Q. So.
All right, yeah, I'll take down the names and see
Okay.
if I can check records and stuff.
Okay. Other than that, you guys don't really find anything in the building, and we'll say you guys know that the pickup drop off is happening tomorrow. So that would leave you more about
Pick up, drop off for
whatever Rat was talking about. The goods. They didn't specify.
the rat.
Yeah. Whatever the goods
And
are.
do we have a general idea of where that is, or?
Rat just said it was somewhere here, near Lending Way. And from what you guys can tell, you can take the front entrance if you wish. And depending where you guys are, y'all can see the front entrance. It just leads into the hallway, and you guys have the only other entrance. It is the back door.
All right.
All right, so we know that Moira wants to look into these other 2 individuals. Did anyone else want to poke at anything?
In the office?
In the office, outside the office? Remember, there's nothing in the office for you guys to find, besides what I mentioned already.
So you said the cut mark on the desk is like underneath paper?
Yeah, so it looks like it was hidden from all the paper that was scattered everywhere.
Is it old or new?
The cut is new. The rest of the furniture
Am I
everywhere
able to,
looks
like-
well loved.
Like if I look at it, am I able to tell like origin, or if I use some magic?
You can tell it was a knife, most likely, just looking at it.
Like a real knife, or
Yeah.
Is there any like blood or anything?
No blood. It looks like someone was just, in a conversation, got angry and stabbed the desk. Or was trying to threaten him and stabbed the desk.
There's no blood or anything anywhere.
Nope, no blood. No signs of violence at all. The only sign of aggression is that knife stab.
Well, I'm gonna work on that other thing.
Yeah.
So-
Mandy and the other one, are they employees or?
Yes, they were the only two other employees.
I think that's probably our best bet. And I know Moira can probably use her press pass to go around digging in records.
True.
Yep, if you want to go that route, Mario, you can go ahead and roll investigate using whatever tags you'd like.
Sure. I'll go ahead and use all things at my disposal. Hope it turns out well.
It did! All right, you get 3 clues. What are you looking for with a
All right.
10?
Well, do they have last names?
They do. Andre is an Andre Rodriguez. And Mandy, Quinton
Yeah.
is her last name.
Can I get their home information?
You very much can, yes.
Were they working there?
Yes, both of them indeed did work there.
They were employees.
Yes, they were the only employees.
Okay, I guess that's my 3 clues.
Those can be someone elaborated on. Did you have any other?
Well, I guess I wanted to know how long they had been working for him. If there was anything weird.
Yeah.
Or if they just
We can say in terms of employment time, judging numbers and such, you could probably venture to guess that Andre most likely didn't open the business with Charles, but was probably the first one hired, and then they took on Mandy later. And they had been running for years with no issues.
Okay.
In fact, you bring up some articles that, as mentioned before, paint them in a very favorable light.
painting him in a very favorable light?
The company, yes.
Okay. And when we had found those names, where were they? In the building.
Oh, in the building, they were on their doors. So
Okay, so
yeah.
they were
Office door.
so they were there long enough to get their own doors.
Yep. There were basically 3 offices for meeting with customers. They were all about the same size. And you notice that both Mandy and Andre's their names were not knocked down, but Charles was.
Okay. Well, I think I'll need to follow up with them in person.
Okay. As the
Unless
meeting
it
is a day
seems
away.
like there's
Yeah, the meeting's about a day away with a rat, that is. And it's going to be at night. So realistically, any of y'all can try to talk to any of these individuals and get what information you want up until that point.
So I'd like to go ahead and talk to them today, if
Okay.
there's time.
Yeah, there definitely should be. Anyone in particular you'd like to speak with?
The one who was there longer.
Okay. And for Roxanne, Radiah, and Xander, do you want to speak with the other one or go with Moira or go your own route?
I'll go for the other one.
Okay, that very much works. And let me actually start with Roxanne then. Moira's able to give you this information regarding this Mandy, and you find out that they live about 20 or so minutes away from London Way. They're still at their place of residence, you find. Their name is on the little ledger, so Mandy, Hugh, on all the little names and numbers and whatnot. They're on the 2nd floor.
While they're doing that, can I stake out that restaurant?
You most definitely can, yes. So we'll start with Roxanne. How are you approaching this?
Front door.
You give it a knock, and after a few seconds, the door is fairly quickly answered. She swings it open, gives it a quick up and down look, and goes, "Yes,
Hi, are you Mandy?
I am, yes.
You worked at Lending Way for a while?
For some time, yes. Why?"
Looking for Charles.
She sighs at that and looks around a bit and says, Who are you? Who do you work for? What do you want exactly?
My name is Roxanne, and I work for the people.
The people.
You get a look of like, what? All right, let me make this simple. Are you here to shit talk him more, or?
Absolutely not. I've only heard good things about him.
Okay. Well, I'm going to work soon, so I won't invite you in. But what do you want to know? I can answer some quick questions. As long as you're not a gossip magazine or something.
Well, the business seems to have done well, so I was wondering what closed it down so fast.
I have no idea. I'm sure you read the papers. I've told them. I have no idea. I worked there for what, a year, around that. He just disappeared one day. I really don't know what would have caused it, why he would have left, but I do not believe They took the money and ran. You can quote me on that if you need to.
Knowing this place, I'm sure he didn't.
Right. I thought the story was long dead. But, I don't know, something must have happened. Maybe he was kidnapped or a family issue came up. He just didn't show up one day. The vaults were empty, and we don't know what.
Was he talking to someone strange, or did a strange guest come in?
Oh, she picks up her purse and kind of slings it over her shoulder. I mean, we always have plenty of strange guests. There was one that was kind of rude. I don't know, they felt cocky, like they owned the place already when they came in. They had a meeting with Mr. Charles, and he seemed a little frazzled after, but other than that, no. They seemed rude. You know, rude people just stand out to you. They just talk to you the wrong way, like they're your boss. I hate assholes like that.
Can you describe this person, or do you know their name?
Oh, I have no idea what their name was. They apparently were working directly. They were a special customer, or whatever you want to call it. So Charles invited them to the back, and they did their thing, and then they just left. What they look like? Let's see. Tall, kind of shaggy hair, tan. He had a really punchable face.
Mm-hmm.
I only saw him once, so sorry if I can't get anything better than that.
Do I know anyone with a punchable face?
Plenty, yeah, definitely, especially in your line of work.
Gonna nod understandingly. Is there anything else you can tell me about maybe right up before he disappeared?
Honestly, no. That's what makes everything so weird. And she's turning around and locking the door as she kind of turns to you and motions, saying, come with, come with.
I will scurry after.
That's the weird part. Like I said, everything was perfectly fine. He was happy, even after that little meeting. I am not the best at holding in my emotions with folk like that, so I might have thrown some hands, but, it is what it is. He seemed to be all smiles, though, Mr. Charles, as he always is. So, I don't know. A few days after that, he just poof, gone. There's no lead up. We were all confused, perplexed.
And who took care of the company after that?
No, and it shut down. He took all the money.
Who handled the shutdown?
Oh, Andre did. He was basically Charles' right-hand man.
All right. Thank you for your time, Andy.
You're welcome. You're welcome. She gives you away. Roxanne heads over to the parking garage.
I'll wave back and text Moira. Andre was in charge of the shutdown?
Andre
Was
What?
in charge of the
was in
shutdown.
charge. Sorry, you were talking very fast.
Meaning he should know. If he noticed anything, it'd probably be him.
Did you get his last name?
Rodriguez?
That's where I'm going. I got a little confused.
Alrighty, after you receive this text, Moyer, you arrive at your location. You find that Andre actually lived relatively close to where he used to work.
Can I basically ask him the same questions, including the questions that Roxanne asked?
Yes, effectively you can. So his place of residence is slightly more rundown, definitely has seen better days. And you find that he actually moved after where he worked shut down. And now he lives here. You're able to knock on the door, and he takes a bit longer to answer. He eventually does. And dude looks relatively tired, like he maybe woke up 10, 15 minutes ago. He's got real short cut hair. His eyes currently seem very tired, and he's kind of messing with his somewhat maybe too big, even though he has a fairly impressive frame, pajamas. He's pulling out, I'm like, what? What are you selling? What's up?
I'm not selling anything.
Hmm?
I just got some questions about your previous employer, to be specific.
His tired expression instantly flips to annoyed. He leans against the doorframe and goes, yeah.
I'm not. Well, you look a little annoyed.
For
Any particular reason?
I was sleeping a moment ago, and
Okay, other than that.
I'm tired of being asked about that place.
Do you think what was your take on the situation?
I'm sure you read about it. Not favorable.
Go on, sorry.
I mean, he was loved. I love the guy, but I don't know. Something shifty was going on at the end there. I don't know what it exactly was, but you could read it in that one interview I did a couple months back. I lost track of time, whatever. I think he was dealing with someone he shouldn't have been dealing with.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Maybe he saw a deal and just cut and run. I don't know.
So you think that he was mixed up in some shady business,
Yeah.
took the money and ran.
Yeah. I can't look at it any further than this. Yeah. I tried. Not smart enough, apparently. So just kind of live my own life at this point. I'm done obsessing over that.
The question that Roxanne asked Mandy that basically said was in charge of which part?
Basically, he was there to finish and shut down the business.
No, so like ask him about that.
He just kind of sighs and not much to sell, honestly. I mean, yeah, I guess he trusted me and left me with some bits of information so I could legally close the place down, but that's about it. It wasn't exactly fun. It's a pain in the ass and get paid for it.
You did not get paid for it.
With what money?
I guess that's a valid thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I close it down for our customers, for the people that, I still respect and I assumed you respect, but,
Do you know anything about the people that he might have been involved with?
No idea. Didn't tell me. And he told me everything, so I'm assuming this was a secret. Like I said, people you trust, well, I understand having secrets, but this is a pretty damn big secret from your work partner. Not like I helped him, open the place and run it for years, and it was our dream, and et cetera, et cetera. I'm sure you read all the glowing reviews we had back in the papers.
Yeah, I did see all those glowing reviews. Seems like people are pretty divided on whether or not it was kosher.
Yeah, you can put it that way. I guess I'm bitter, still angry still, but I'm over it. I'm moving off my life and, trying to look into new avenues and whatnot.
All right, well, yes, thanks for your time.
Yeah, no problem. Are you the paper or something? You're not going to write this down, or I didn't even shut it. I don't know if it matters if I ask.
No, I suspect that this might be linked to something else.
Yeah, all right, well.
And I am just trying to put the pieces together.
Cool. Well, I say not in a mean way, but don't bother contacting me. If you do find that he's still alive, or, God forbid, I don't wish death on him. If you find that, I wouldn't mind you letting me know before the news hits.
If I find him, you mean?
If you find him just alive or dead or whatever.
All right. I will definitely do that for you. Thank you for taking the time.
Yep, no problem. And he kind of swings himself back and then closes the door, and after a second you hear it click and lock.
Friendly.
Alrighty, and with all of that information, we can cut back over to Xander. You basically said that you're having a lookout at the location.
Location.
Yeah.
What are you looking for anything in particular? Or?
I'm going to be in my car, and I'm going to astral project inside the restaurant.
Okay.
To see if I can hear anything fishy and or / Melvin talking about anything shady.
Sure. His name is Marvin. Go ahead and roll me investigate.
Marvin, my bad.
See if you can get anything spicy. Nice. Alrighty. Are you looking for anything in particular? You got an 11.
I want to hear if he's talking about, or I want to hear if the patrons are talking about anything about, roughing up any of the enforcers. I also want to, if anyone's like talking about like, their powers, or like, man, this is like crazy, whatever, blah, 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 stuff like that. If Marvin is like, maybe he goes into the back room or something and has a conversation that is important or something.
Sure. Trying to stay in a relatively safe position, you're able to get some answers. You do hear that there have been a couple throwdowns. You're not really sure if they were with the enforcers or just other general folk. People seem to be laughing about that. In terms of them like showing off their powers, no one physically shows off anything, but you do hear some whispers of them kind of hinting, while not directly, and you can tell, Xander, they're intentionally not mentioning anything directly. No slip of the tongue, but they do mention, the new stuff's been helping, blah blah blah, things along those lines. Nothing major from Marvin besides, keep an eye on stock and things of that nature. They're using very, very generic terms for everything, though.
Can I look into the kitchen or like in his office or a back room where there's stock or anything to try to peep my head in to see if I can see if he has like any stock of the red stuff? Like maybe he's putting it in food, or, like to give it to his people, or, he's just hiding it back there somewhere so he has it like on hand to like refill his people.
Roll me stealth while we're trying to find this out. You gotta get real close to get in the back rooms and such. Alrighty. With an 8? You do not find any of the ambrosia being weaved into food. You don't really find anything in his office. It all seems quite clean, actually. Before you give up, you continue looking around a bit, and you see one of his workers in the back in the break room. And he's kind of digging through his pocket, and he pulls out a little baggie. And he's kind of shaking it and looking at it, and it looks to be probably about 3/4 empty, so there's only like a fourth left of this like white powder. And it's not super, super, super fine. It's definitely got some grains and chunk to it. And he's looking at it, talking to another guy, saying like, man, I can't wait to burn through this stuff to get the new pink. And they're kind of laughing about it. And the other guy pats his pocket, and he, really quickly flashes it to the other guy. And as he does, Marvin comes in the back and sees them, and he starts barking at him like, what do you think it's doing? Like, put that shit away. And they're like, oh, Jeff, sorry. And they very quickly, pocket it and like, oh, yeah, our apologies. And with that, he kind of gives them a whap in the back of the head, and then they all go back to their business.
Interesting. All right, I'm going to flash back to my body.
Okay. The day is just about wrung dry. So is there anything the four of you are looking to do before that happens? Before the day rolls over?
Is the rat meeting with Marvin or someone else?
They didn't specify. So you're not sure if Marvin's going to be there or someone else is going to be there. But you do know that Rat is meeting indeed with one of Marvin's people. And Rat knows how to get into this location to drop off the something.
Gotcha. That's all I wanted to do.
Okay. All right. Anyone else looking to poke at something, look at something, or we're just going straight the next day?
I'm pretty good. So
Yeah, I'm cool with the next day.
I was going to say, while they went off into that, I lingered a little bit with Dragon stomping around trying to see if there's a loose floorboard, if there was a trap room or a hidden room in the place.
In the landing way?
Yeah. That
Unfortunately,
may be used as the meeting point later.
Unfortunately, there is nothing there. The place seems
Okay.
to be relatively empty.
Okay. Then never me minds.
Never hurts to look. Never hurts to look. All right, so when we flash forward to the next day, do we want to go straight to the time of meeting with Rat, or is there anything you guys want to do right before that?
Yeah, there's nothing I want to do.
So,
We not have a shadow sent off to the meeting spot to see where they go? Because we don't know where they're going.
That is a very good idea.
okay, you want to have a shadow kind of hang out in the general alleyway area?
Yeah, let's go send a gargoyle.
You'll have them sit there, and you effectively want them to let you guys know like when Rat shows up?
Yeah.
Perfect. And since you guys know where this is, you guys can be not even a block away, but not so close as to alert them. Very smart.
Ooh, that's cool looking map.
Yes,
Take a picture.
I have a couple of these. Not too many. There's a lot of art in the book, but weirdly enough, there's not that much. Kind of really sad, but what are you gonna do?
yeah.
As we're kind of looking about and your gargoyle's hanging, we don't know exactly when Rat is going to be meeting here, nor do we know who they're meeting with. But after some time, kind of see them looking around. Is this Rat? Maybe yes, maybe no. Nope, just some rando. Darn. They kind of take the corner. But then your gargoyle senses both a something and a nothing, Roxanne. A pretty frail individual wearing a trench coat. You can see some messy blonde hair sort of sticking out, but you can't necessarily see the person. And for whatever odd reason, your gargoyle is having issues keeping their eyes on this individual, even though they're just walking down the alleyway.
Okay.
Sort of giving you the feeling that even though your sentry is looking directly at them, at any moment they could lose them.
Can I have a little tiny rat pop out of my gargoyle and scurry along the road to follow him?
You very much can, but your rat's going to have the same issue. Any of your summons that are long distance like this are going to have issues following. You're realizing very quickly this person.
Where are we right now? Is this guy like early?
No, this is actually about the time that they're supposed to arrive. You guys are close enough that you will not alert them to your presence immediately, but you can get there fast enough if you need to.
All right, then can I get eyes on the guy? My own eyes?
Yeah, most definitely. As you sort of take a turn, are you on the rooftops? Are you on the ground?
Definitely the rooftops.
You kind of hop from roof to roof and you get near your gargoyle, and your team would be definitely nearby. Wherever you guys want to be, perfectly reasonable. If you don't want to be in the roof, that's perfectly fine. You see this person kind of looking around, and they're hanging near Lending Way, but they're not going in. They're not meeting with anyone. They're just by themselves, and they're sort of pacing. You just see them pacing. And you, Roxanne, you're kind of finding it a little difficult to focus on this person, too. Like, they're there, and then suddenly you're 5 feet to the right. You're not sure if you blinked, or they warped, or what the hell's going on.
I will text. I think my eyes are going crazy.
I text back.
I'm gonna be on the ground, by the way.
What, by the way?
Oh, I said I'm gonna be on the ground.
Can I take a picture of the dude?
You try to, and all you get is a blur in your image. Everything else is perfectly fine, but they are a smear.
It's really weird.
I will text this picture.
You all get a picture of a very blurry something. Maybe a bird flew by. Who knows?
I send, is this a joke about the cryptid thing?
No, this is the guy. He's just pacing.
What, like
He's
rat?
pacing?
Yeah, not very fast either.
Okay, that's pretty weird.
All right, well, I need to find out who he's meeting, so I guess we just stare and wait.
Ready? And as
Is he in a car or is he outside of his car?
neither. They are in an alleyway walking around in a trench coat. No way a car could fit back here. They're very tight. After about 5 or so minutes of you watching them, someone enters the alleyway from Xander's angle, since you are indeed on the ground. And they walk around, and they end up padding on over to this individual. And Roxanne, you can see both of them conversing.
I'd like to get ears down there.
You do, and they are making very quick conversation. You see kind of Rat look about a bit, and they basically say, you know, you gonna let me in or what? Like, what's going on here? And they go, yeah. Rat turns to the back entrance that you guys went through in order to get into Lending Way. They put their hands on the doorknob. They push forward on the doorknob. The door itself shifts 90 degrees and lays flat on the floor. All the brick and everything kind of melding around it. They twist the doorknob, open it up. This door that is now on the floor opens. Rat kind of motions to it. The individual gives them like a quick like mocking bow, like thank you, and they walk down the door.
What?
Did I see that right?
I'm gonna.
Did we just see something found at Hogwarts?
Yeah. I guess we got to go through a door portal.
Repeat what the visitor said to Rat.
Nothing important. Just let me in. Like, stop with the pretense. Yeah, blah blah blah.
And he didn't show anything, or
Is anybody else in the alleyway, or are they both in the portal door thing?
Rat lets this person in. They let go of the doorknob. The door snaps back up straight, and Rat continues waiting while looking around a little bit.
all right. I want to warp down or out of sight and just stroll into the alleyway like I belong there.
All right. After Roxanne does this, what are the rest of y'all doing?
I'm gonna join her.
All right, are you attempting to conceal yourself, Xander, or are you just walking down the alleyway?
What did that guy look like?
Just your basic, boring ass dude. Just walked around the corner, clean cut. Just hey, what's up? Rat's like, up. I recognize you. Come on in.
I'm gonna do the same thing that the guy did. Let me in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of be behind Roxanne.
Let us in.
All right, so you're both gonna show up at the same time. Do you both show up at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
While they're doing this, Radai and Moyer, what are you two doing?
Well, I was gonna kind of go with him, but maybe I'll hang back.
That sounds like a good idea, just in case something weird happens out here.
Yeah, I think we'll stand watch.
And as you do that, the two of you walk forward, Roxanne and Xander. Rat instantly looks like, oh shit, like you can't see like their full facial expressions, but their body language instantly turtles up, full on defense. They pull their trench coat tighter and they take a few steps back and they kind of lean away from you guys as if to say, who the hell are you?
That's kind of rude.
I might.
Staring at you two, a very skinny arm kind of sticks out. Their nails are a little long and kind of cracked, and they point down at the alleyway as if to say, shoot, get out of here, go away.
You are right, are you not?
Yes, leave, go.
Why are you telling me to go? I'm here for the goods.
No, you're not. You're gonna leave.
What do you mean? No, I'm not. I brought money.
Doesn't matter. I don't know you. Leave.
Listen, whatever the wanker are paying you, I'll pay double.
Doesn't matter. You got to go.
For what reason? Do you not like money?
They say nothing and just kind of look at y'all. And you see them starting to slowly kind of step back to walk down the alleyway, further, not from where you guys came, but further down the alleyway.
The door is gone, right?
The door's still there, but it's back to how it was.
I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder.
You can't get close enough to. You take a step forward and they take an equal step back.
How come he could get in, but I can't?
I don't know you. You're not part of the deal.
Oh, we're not a part of... I'm sorry, did you not know that Big M sent us?
Doesn't matter. You can't trick me. You can't use words. I don't know you. You can't come in.
I can't. In what world would two random strangers be walking down an alley, knowing your name, and also knowing who Big M is, wanting the supply?
Thieves. I'm not dumb.
That just sounds preposterous to me.
They continue taking steps
I
backward.
can call Big M right now, telling him you're not giving us the supply. You want to talk to him?
Yep.
Oh, he's done it now. Big M's not going to be happy.
Roxanne, I'm looking at you while I'm saying this. You know, I heard he's a little skittish. Big M was right. We shouldn't be doing business with him.
I agree. I guess we'll just go elsewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell the rest of the guys. You know, we should probably find a new vendor.
They don't seem to mind at all. In fact, their body language opens up a bit as if they're happy that you're leaving now.
The rat doesn't say anything.
Nope. They are stepping slightly, like one step, couple seconds, one step backwards to go further into the alley.
Look like a rat.
They look like a very skinny individual wearing a trench coat, and there's some of their blonde hairs like sticking out. You can't really see anything else about them.
Roxanne, what are you thinking?
Can I have Jasper give him a hug?
You can attempt to, as Jasper kind of moves forward to hug the rat. Rat basically squats down like liquid and just whoop, and just completely moves out of the way of Jasper. You almost don't even see the motion. And they give you a look as if to say, like, what are you doing? You can just barely see their eyes amongst all the hair.
Are they beady eyes?
Yeah. I don't know why you assume I work for Marvin.
Whoa. We didn't say Marvin.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, who's... Yeah, why are you trying to put words into her mouth?
Why are you trying to touch me? Who are you?
Open the damn door.
No.
Do you not like money?
Things aren't that simple.
Oh, I think things are very simple, because money always talks, mate.
Not here. Sorry. And they continue taking a few steps backwards. They're about to turn around the corner of the alleyway.
I mean, you can keep on walking backwards. That just helps me to get back into your door.
You can't. Only I can get in there.
See, that's where you're wrong there, pal.
They're just watching. Go for it. Try.
I like that it's calling my bluff. Can I try to do my magic to make the door a portal?
When you say make the door a portal, what do you mean?
I don't know. Do the thing that he did. Move the door down as a to go whatever.
If you're trying to mimic the same thing Rat did, nothing happens. You're able to open the door into a portal that God knows where. You've lockpicked it normally.
Yeah, can I make it look like the door is on the floor leading to a portal? Obviously, it's not going to where he wants, but just to simulate and fake him out.
You can, but once again, their body language betrays nothing. They know you're faking it.
So I'm able to make a door go on the ground?
Yeah, it doesn't lead anywhere.
Do I see Rat reacting anyway, or?
More confidently, almost as if this is a really funny joke.
I'm going to turn around and walk away.
Okay, they look excited.
Is my Eye of Azar picking up any weird things from him?
Nothing demon related, no. No weird spiciness.
Huh. Cool.
I assume he's one of us.
Oh, 100%, yeah, they dodged Jasper.
Can I shoot chains at him?
You very much can. Are you just going to whip around and just try to grab onto him, basically?
Yeah, just pretty much.
Okay, you 100% can.
Little zippy boy.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll me a go toe-to-toe. Alrighty, you're going to hear Xander do this, Roxanne, as chains launch outward, attempting to grab onto Rat. And with this one, the one you're going to need to choose is the middle one of giving them a status of tier 3. So you know that this person can't be grabbed with a single move. We're going to have to, just like damage, basically build up a status to capture and or find or pin down this person. Because you fire your chains at them, and very similar to Rat dodging Jasper's hug, they dodge the chains almost entirely.
Jasper doesn't like not hugging people. He's going to try again.
That's not great at all, exactly.
Were any chains able to get on Rat?
From what you can tell, no. But what I'm going to do is this. So Rat has a passive that basically reduces any attempts to capture them by 1 tier. So I'm going to give them captured 2. And anything you guys do, so you can see that status on them, anything you guys do, chains, ice, vines, whatever, to capture Rat will affect them. So hugging, shadow hug is also something you can very much 100% do. Right after you fire the chains, though, Xander, Rat sees that you guys are trying to catch them and instantly dips around the corner, Roxanne, so you no longer can see them, and they're just gone.
I'm gonna chase after. Roxanne, we're in pursuit.
I'm gonna send Jasper after him, and I actually want to wait here to see if anyone else shows up.
Jasper shoots around the corner as a Rat begins, so I'll use you guys to basically say who is effectively where. You're going to hang back around the corner. Xander, you head for Rat. And as they shoot around the corner, by the time you get there, it looks like they're gone, but your surroundings feel completely off. You guys have been back here down this alleyway before, and it didn't necessarily look like this. It either wasn't as wide or the buildings are taller. There's more trash. Something feels weird. Radiah and Moira from up above, you guys see Rat shoot around the corner as well, and damned your eyes, you lose track of them. You're not sure if they dove into trash, went around another corner, or what, but both of you also lose track.
I'm gonna ping Moira, be like, Moira, I need your mothy eyes back here.
My moth eye, sure.
Your
Do you,
mothy-
wait, I text. Do you mean the prophecy part or the creepy part?
I need your dark vision.
Okay. I let Radiah know, and I head in.
I'm gonna say out loud to Rat, if Rat is back there, I'm like, it's gonna get real frosty back here if you don't come out. Stop hiding like a rat.
As you say that, and Moira, you come down. Radiah, are you staying on the rooftops? You coming down as well?
I guess I'll come down too.
As the three of you kind of come down here, you send Jasper off. So technically, four of you, as you're puppeteering the coolest person ever. You hear laughter echo throughout this alleyway. You cannot tell where it's coming from. So Xander, as
Not
you
gonna
just
lie, that's pretty creepy.
since you just drew your chains and threw them right on the corner, Radiah and Moira, what are you two doing?
Well, they wanted my eyeballs, right? My dark vision. I mean, is there anything I can do? When can I? I survey the situation? What does it look like?
Basically, you were down an alleyway that is, like I said, too tall, too thin, and there's like too much trash. It looks like you're looking down a fisheye lens. Everything is just odd. You look up and suddenly it feels as if the buildings are growing with your vision.
Oh, this is not right.
We just get shrunk.
This is like if I had failed a roll and the disturbing imagery hit me real hard.
Feels similar.
As they join me, I'm gonna be drawing a little thing on the floor.
Sure thing.
Can I make sense of it at all?
Essentially, yes. Go ahead and roll me change the game, actually. With whatever
Change the game.
whatever tags you think would help with you seeing through whatever the hell's going on here. And then Roxanne, since you haven't done anything either, Roxanne and Moira, Radiah kind of think of what you want to do.
I should click anything that would help me see through the situation.
Yeah, see through the bullshit, basically. Nighttime, by the way, for reference.
I'm going to use Harbinger of Doom.
Should be fine. Alrighty, that's a whole lot of juice, though.
Juice.
I'm not even sure how to label that. My God. Okay, we got 4, so I guess mentally keep a track on that.
Okay. All right, well.
So, what we can do here is we can basically create some story tags in order to allow us to see this rat a bit easier. So if you want to make multiple story tags to help people using whatever your powers are, and if you want to create a status that can help everybody, maybe you're giving them something, you can do that too. Basically whatever you want.
So is it either or a story tag or a status?
You can do 4 things, basically.
Okay.
I think you can basically do 4 story tags. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to work, but I think that's how you can do it. They're temporary, so they burn once they're used, but you can do that. So realistically, you could give, like, Radiah clear sight, Xander clear sight, yourself clear sight, and Roxanne clear sight, or something along those lines.
Honestly, I think that's a good idea, because Rat does it seem like they're warping, like, reality, or?
It feels like it, yeah. It feels like whatever their ability is, it's very clearly getting in the way of you guys seeing them and catching them.
I think that's a good idea, actually, the clear sight.
Okay.
I know that I would want to do something.
You can do one each if you want.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm going to put it on you, Roxanne.
Roxanne.
All right, suddenly, to put it simply, things seem less shitty As the four of
Perfect.
you look down, the fish eye lens kind of bends back a bit, and you see one little corner of the trash begin to tussle a little. Radia and Roxanne, what are y'all doing?
Well, I guess since I'm with the group and then we noticing that little tussle, I cast a little spell for strangling thorny vines on that thing, trying to catch whatever's moving in there.
Alrighty. I am going to give Rat a story tag, just called cover. I'll make it real simple. There we go. So go ahead and use whatever tags are necessary, and then definitely use cover as a negative as well to go toe-to-toe with where we think Rat is. They gotta be there, I swear.
Rats. Oh, cover. Okay.
Yep, and you can use clear sight if you want. Just remember the one with the little timer next to it means you can only use it one time, and then it goes away. It goes poof, lasts for one scene.
One scene, but this is all one scene, right?
So one use, one scene. So basically, if this encounter with Rat, you guys will have clear sight. The second the encounter ends, that will fade, and you only get to use it one time. So Moira basically gave everybody a +1 one time, which is actually really good. Effectively +4. That's actually bonkers.
Hope for the best.
I believe.
Hitting buttons.
Oop, which tags were you using? You used cast a spell, and that's it?
The minus cover, yeah.
Okay. Excellent. So, unfortunately, your vines do shoot up. The main thing we're trying to select there is the middle option, that you get them good. But any status that hits Rat is minused by 1. Since it's only 1, unfortunately, it goes to 0. So, we tried. It's all right. Rat wriggles about, but you do actually reveal where they are, Radia. They jump out of the trash quickly, though. They actually go flying across the alleyway, and they go to dive into some more trash. As you can kind of see light, they're almost difficult to see. You don't see every motion of theirs. It's almost like there's like a warping of reality from going from position to position. And you guys can see the bricks around you begin to turn. This straight alleyway is beginning to turn to the right ever so slightly. And it's not obscuring your vision of Rat just yet, but it's probably going to in a second. When this does happen, though, Radia, a lot of the trash that's smacked up by your roots and your vines somehow bounces off other trash, then comes hurtling and flying towards you. Roll me face danger.
I don't know if I have much resistance, but I have my stone skin.
You have your stone skin. We thought ahead.
Stone skin.
So hit that button. Hit buttons and hope.
Nice. We got a 9. All right. Fortunately for you, it was only a 2 status. So you'll just get scratched 1. That's it. Some trash flies your way and scrapes up against your skin, but does not cut as deeply as it possibly could have. Xander, you're asking a question. What was it?
Would Rat be considered
Supernatural? No.
Okay.
All right. As they're scooting and booting, Roxanne, Jasper is in position. What are you doing?
I actually want all of my shadows to just do a glomp.
Just jump on and grab?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Roll go toe-to-toe with the negative cover. As Rat is jumping from location to location, you send all your shadows to attempt to jump on them.
When you do my army, it's all... Well, no, hand. No, I want the elite private guard. That's all 5 of them. I like to use surprise from behind.
Ooh.
Sad.
Sad face. Alrighty. Your elite private guard maybe needs a stern talking to after this session. Possibly. Mayhaps. But they all jump in, and unfortunately, they do indeed miss. For this here in particular, I'm going to give Rat another story tag. This one's going to be temporary, so it's only going to work once. And where am I? That's what I'm going to call it. Your shadows distract you, and they're harder to see for whatever reason. It's turning and twisting, and you guys are moving forward to kind of keep up. Xander, as you're riding into the ground here, you're going to have to do whatever this thing is now before everything turns and you lose track of Rat again. What are you doing?
Pretty much I'm writing a spell on the floor to encompass this whole room into a fierce blizzard.
Oh.
So it's going to be a big spell. So I'll have to use one of my negatives.
Okay, the big construct's going to be written down.
Yes.
Okay, use that one in just the regular cover, not where am I. And then whatever attacks you when I roll. Actually, yeah, just use where am I to get rid of it. We can burn it now. But yeah, just that one, not cover.
Go toe-to-toe or...
Yep, go toe-to-toe. All right, make sure you mark experience in Magic Sorcerer. Oh, sorry, mark attention. Alrighty, and unfortunately, because you know the one status won't do anything, your best option is to redirect the storm to block or dodge whatever bullshit that rat's going to do. Ooh, it burned it for me. Oh, that's so cool. I'll just get rid of it. Oh, because you guys selected it, turned it red. Very nice. So you kind of realize at the last second, Xander, that something is wrong. Your storm is going to get redirected by the walls, most likely, and is going to send trash flying either your way or towards your party. So you're able to redirect and divert this to actually clear some of the way of the trash. And I'll say whatever we do next, whoever like strikes out and attempts to grab Rat, I won't let them use cover because you cleared some of that, Xander. You're not able to slow them down, but they are temporarily like, ooh, as they turn around.
So is it getting a little nippy in here?
Looks like it, yes. Frost is growing along the brick walls.
I hope you guys brought your winter coats.
No, I was not expecting winter.
My shadow shrug.
Rat seems exposed for a moment.
How far away are they?
20, 30 feet? Not too bad. You can easily move in if you need to, or use whatever you're going to use.
How big is Rat?
Smaller than all of you. They are maybe like 5'1".
Does Rat look like a rat?
I mean, I guess. It's a person hunched over in a trench coat.
Can I use my improvement for black belt to make a grappling tag?
Oh, you're just going to sprint in and go for grabbing?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Do I need to create... How do I use the broad training thing?
Tell me you're using it, and I'll give you a +1 after you roll.
Tell you I'm using it?
Yeah, just so what you did right there. Just say, I'm using it. I'll go, cool. On your next roll, I'll give you a +1 after the fact.
All right. Well, I'm going to zoom in.
Okay.
Is this still dark out?
It's definitely still dark out, yeah. If anything, it's getting a wee bit darker. Correct. So we're going for that, well, two options, actually. So you can dodge any bullshit they're doing, and you can apply a status with tier 3, because we're subtracting 1 due to their passive.
I guess I managed to achieve my goal, right?
No, so you're picking the middle one, so you get them good, and then unless you want to be struck back, you want to pick the bottom one.
Okay, I'll do that then.
All right. So you're able to, you don't fully get them. They're only captured 3. You can tell you're real damn close though, Moira, as you kind of charge in, and you swear you have them grappled. You have every limb where it needs to be, and you can tell this rat individual is very, very, very skinny. And right as you have them like perfectly pinned, you look down and
it's gone.
It's just a garbage bag.
Oh my god! Wait, should I have used clear sight?
No. Basically, this is me narrating that you almost got them, but you're just barely off.
Oh man!
It's a garbage bag that had like those Target like Walmart dummies that try on clothes.
Oh, that's so...
A mannequin.
I get it, Rat, you garbage creature.
And you see them kind of looking at you with their eyes wide. They're like, oh, God! And they quickly whip around the corner and all of you lose sight of them.
All right. Well, I've done my best. Can I chase them?
Of course, you guys all can, yeah. I assume we all move
since
forward?
I thought that was the goal.
Yeah.
I'm going to chase them.
Okay, I mean, considering you were basically next to them, that works. The 4 of you move forward, and Roxanne, Radia, what are y'all doing? As we take the turn here, we can see that the walls themselves aren't as high. Fortunately, Amora's clear sign is definitely helping with that, but now they're warbling, almost like there's too much heat in this hallway. It's incredibly strange, and the floor has at least 6 inches of garbage just built up, and rather than this being a straight shot down the alleyway, it, for whatever reason, forks off 2 times. Very curious.
Are we in the rat's lair?
Does this mean we're gonna find the Rat King?
Y'all hear some shuffling about in the distance. But Radia and Roxanne, what do y'all do?
Like we gotta clean up another alley again.
We're garbage specialists these days.
Can I use a cast a spell again?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, different scene, not different scene, different situation. What's your intent? What are you going for?
To cast a giant fire wave to burn off all the garbage.
Oh my god, my garbage, no! My precious garbage! All right.
Yes, your precious garbage. Come out before it all burns.
They don't know you're casting the spell, so go ahead and use me change the game. And depending on what you get, we can basically give you a bonus tag for the next person that will clear the way.
Fierce Dragon helping me with the fire, casting a spell of fire breath.
Oh, you Dragon's helping?
Sure.
Go ahead and use Oh Look, a Shiny.
Oh God. Okay. So yeah, them's the buttons.
Not good shinies, but there's lots of shinies back here. Nice, a 9. Excellent. All right. So clear sight is gone. We'll go ahead and get rid of it. But we mark attention once for pet dragon, meaning at the end of the session, you get to level your pet familiar. Yay. Alrighty, we have 3 juice. We can create a story tag, burn. We're not going to do that. We're not going to burn anything. Or we're going to give or reduce a status. So we'll go ahead and make a scene tag of cleared trash. And that's on the scene, so that's available for everyone. And that's 1 of your juice. If you want to hold on to them or die, you can. You can also, if you want, do other things. So you'll have 2 juice left. You can make other story tags if you want. Totally up to you.
Well, I guess I'll save them. I guess I don't know.
Sure. And you can jot down on your sheet somewhere that you have the 2 juice. And as the way is cleared, you and your dragon in tandem just burst flames. And you do indeed hear Rat go, "No, my garbage!" And it just ripped up. And like a wave against a wave, you actually see the trash kind of push back, but it's burnt away. And momentarily, most of the trash is gone, Roxanne. You can sort of see the general area where you think Rat is. What do you do?
Well, my shadows don't really care about garbage, but they do care about light. Is there more shadows now or less shadows now?
Because things are on fire, there are more shadows.
Excellent. They're going to just bum rush and jump him.
Alrighty. So to toll. And you can use the cleared trash if you want.
Can I use hidden vantage points or no?
For this one, no, because they are aware they're being attacked by you now. Actually, wait. I thought you said surprise from behind. Yes, you can use hidden vantage points. I got it mixed up, my bad.
And I'm going to use cleared sight.
Yep, alright.
It's just clear sight.
Clear eyes.
Whatevs.
I'm just kidding.
I like how I can see it burn. I threw the dice away. Alrighty. Roxanne, that is another status of 3. Gives you -1. And with the way the game works, if you add a status that is equal to the current status, it just goes up a tier. So the 3 upgrades to a 4, meaning you're going to capture Rat. What's this look like, Roxanne?
My youngest shadow is biting his leg.
Oh.
There's another one on the other leg, 2 on one arm each, and the third one is doing an arm bar. Sorry, 5th one's doing an arm bar around his neck.
Dear God.
Okay, that's actually not how armbar.
I'm armbarring your neck. Moira
Sorry.
and Xander are like, whatever. I'll chat it.
It's a little bit too much of Megan into Moira right now. I'm making fun of Mel a little bit too much.
Alrighty, and with that, the walls around you seem to change. The split way just up ahead slowly converges into one. The walls shrink. The ice stays behind. So does the fire. They intermingle and maybe they'll, eventually equal out. But from what we can tell, this illusion, this whatever, seems to have dissipated entirely. And Rat is just wriggling amongst your shadows, Roxanne. And now that you've kind of captured them and they're moving about, you can see that they seem to be a small girl. Not like girl age, she's a teenager. Like, actually, you're like 19, right, Roxanne?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's about 19, 20. And she's like looking around like, let me go, stop, please.
Is she dirty?
Yeah.
Damn, girl, when's the last time you had a bath?
Incredibly rude.
Oh, wait, that was Jess.
I mean, regardless, it was said. A single tear, thereby cleaning her slightly. And you're able to catch up without any issue, Roxanne, if you wish. Or do you stay on lookout?
I want to stay on lookout.
Okay, you can very much do that. So you're going to kind of chill back and see if anyone else shows up. And Jasper will basically talk for you. You will speak through him like a microphone. Now that you guys have Rat captured, what do y'all do?
Make him talk.
Spill the beans.
You burned all my beans.
So you're gonna open that door for us now.
Apparently. Who are you guys?
Who are you,
You don't
Rat?
need to worry about it.
You know who I am. I'm Rat. You somehow captured me. No one's, they're like wriggling around trying to get like no one's ever done that before. What do you want?
If you ever...
What?
If you ever want to work for good, you're pretty skilled.
What do you mean work for good? Like,
Well, I mean, what's the job you think you're doing right now?
it's not bad.
Okay, why is it not bad?
Why not explain that to you? Why do you want in there?
Got
Again,
business.
why don't you just open the door and we'll mind our business, you mind your business.
Here. If you tell me why you want in, I'll open the door, but I won't tell anyone. I promise.
I want to know what's inside.
For a person called Rat, it's not seems very intelligent to tell you our plan.
I won't tell. I promise.
I want to know what's inside.
But
How
why?
about you open the door first and we'll tell you later.
You promise not to hurt me?
If we wanted to hurt you, you already been hurt.
True. All right, well, don't hurt the people inside. They're not bad. Also, you probably need to let me go. It's back some ways.
I'm gonna head towards the door.
Do you basically let your shadows escort them?
Yes.
As you're escorting back, you guys are able to kind of pick things up and, wriggle about. It's a little rough, but the way back is much, much shorter than the way here. Rat's powers, or whatever they are, seem to have completely dissipated. And as you all continue to move forward and such, Moira, you realize that you got a missed call at some point, but they followed it up with a text, it seems like.
Okay, what does the text say?
The text is from the college student you spoke with, from James.
Mm-hmm.
And it just says, I found the answer to my questions. Thank you for the talk the other day.
Okay. What vibe do I get from that? Said he's kind of feeling that was a good talk, I guess. Yeah.
Yes and
I was
no.
just
Trying to
Hopefully
figure out what
this-
questions he would have had.
Well, I mean, he was wanting to help people with it.
Yeah, there was a lot more to what was going on than initially perceived, I guess.
Yeah.
He was pretty chipper until you started talking to him more and more in detail about stuff. And then he
Yeah.
really fell off there. And he said, he'll look into it and he'll reach out to you guys if he needs assistance. And then since then, it's been maybe 4 days. And then he texted you just like maybe 30 minutes ago.
Did he was the one who also called?
Looks like it.
Can I call him back?
You can.
I guess.
You do, but he doesn't pick up. It goes straight to voicemail.
And I'm kind of worried, to be honest. What's the answer? Was the answer to his questions that he should just keep doing what he was doing?
Just do the deed, man. And as y'all kind of move on back, Roxanne, you're near like the entrance of where the alleyway opens up initially into the streets, at least. No one's tried to enter. You're hidden, of course. No one's gonna see you. No one's tried to really come by either. You guys are in a pretty out of the way location. And you can hear your friends coming around the corner. You, of course, know this because you have Jasper, and they brought Rat with them to open the door, that is. And Rat looks back at you guys, and she's like, I got a mad itch on my neck. Can one of y'all help, please?
Jasper will scratch it.
Oh, Lord. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And y'all promise not to hurt anyone inside, right? They're not bad people, I promise.
As long as they don't do anything crazy.
They won't.
As long as they won't hurt us first. We're not there to cause trouble. We're there to see what's going on.
Of course, just keep in mind, you don't belong. So if you enter, there will be problems. I'll have to come in with you. Obviously. Only people with the right name can come in. I'll let them know you're good, though. They don't have, powers like we do, as you put it. They're just regular folk. And as you guys are moving on over, you do have to let her go for just a second in order to open the door. But you sort of hear like a rumbling coming from up above. And she pauses for a second, not to run, but to react to the sound. She kind of like squats down to like defend herself, and she's looking about. She goes, "What is that? Did you bring back up?"
No. Can I send my shadows to take a look?
Radaya, does that sound familiar?
I'm wondering that too.
This sounds different. It sounds more mechanical, almost like a jet.
Yeah.
Like a jet, yeah. Not like a machine. Not wings. Wings made of metal, maybe? And Roxanne, as you sort of spread your shadows out, they see a figure that is flying down towards you guys very quickly, and they land in front of the door with a slam. Dust curls and billows up around them, and you see a figure standing in front of you all. They greet you all with a very, very wide smile. They're wearing aviator glasses. They have a white jacket and dark green jeans on, with their arms crossed, meeting you with a smile. They just look to you all, give you a nod, and say, "I cannot allow you to go any further."
Do they have wings?
You can see what seems to be maybe spectral wings around them.
And who exactly are you, bloke?
They don't say anything, but they kind of give you a nod, and Rat gives you a look of like, "Oh shit," and they kind of dive into some garbage nearby you guys. And you all can sense that this person, for whatever reason, indeed means you immediate violence. So Rat's not gone, they're just hiding.
Listen, you can't just, drop out of nowhere, do a superhero landing, and then say, we can't do something and not, introduce yourself.
So as you say that, you don't recognize this person, Xander. Or at least not initially. But Moira and Roxanne, you do. The glasses might have thrown you off a little bit, but the smile does not. This is the college student, James Kratt, that you all met before.
What?
The voice...
Is that why he didn't pick up?
Most likely. The voice that came out of his mouth was not his own. He just kind of opened his mouth, and effectively a different voice came out.
James, what the fudge cake are you doing?
What the fudge cake?
That's definitely
All
a phrase.
Listen, I don't got time for your weird flying boy. As I'm talking, I just like a magical boxing glove full of spikes is just gonna appear next to him, try to punch him.
Excellent. And with that, good sir, go ahead and roll me, go toe to toe. So, this is the encounter that I'm going to be using basically nested HP with, or nested statuses. So if you put your finger over him, like I said, I will fully explain what's going on here before this strikes. So I am going to, I'll let you guys keep the clear sight because we're going from literally one scene to the next. We're just transitioning over. And then for his tags, Xander, unfortunately, his main story tag, evasive maneuvers, would have been applied here, which would give you a -1, unfortunately, which does knock it down to a 6. So you said you're going to go punch him in the face. And for reference, that is evasive maneuvers, so we can't use that back to back. I'll type it in chat. There are 2 things that you guys can target here. I was in the middle of explaining it. My bad. All right, so.
No, you're good. I just present.
All good. All good. Nothing wrong with opening the punch. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, so you indeed open with this punch. And his arms are still folded. His body literally just like flips to a 90-degree angle, and he just flies off to the right.
Can I use my uncanny strength?
Yes, you can. So that bring it back up to a 7. Perfect. And we'll go ahead and just burn that. It's not going anywhere. It's just burned for now. You put some extra oomph into it, and you strike him. So here is the decision that you get to make, Xander. And all of you get to make this decision. If you put your finger over his token, you will see he has 2 statuses on him that are currently at 0. As you guys know, when you hit people, their statuses go up. This dude, he's going to have 2 things you can target. He has his shields, which is basically his main body, and he has wing armor. So you can tell that his wings have something around them that are protecting him. That something is separate from his body. If you guys have any questions about like the targeting or benefits and whatnot, you can always ask. And I'll be very clear where things are coming from, aka attacks, that might tell you, oh yeah, we need to get rid of that like ASAP. And then the 2 story tags are just part of his character, Ace Shot and Evasive Maneuvers. So Evasive Maneuvers is used to defend, Ace Shot is used to do just that, shoot you in the face. So Xander, you're punching at his body shield or his wing armor?
His face, or I guess body shield.
Going right for the shields, alrighty. Any damage to the wings armor or, oh my god, the wing armor or shields is reduced by 1 status tier. So it goes from a 3 to a dose. It is still very good. Add 2. Now he has shields, damage 2. Perfect. All right, cool. He initially dodges this Xander by flipping his body to a 90-degree angle and shooting off to the side, but you stick him dead center and he kind of flips and spins 2 to 3 times, almost too smoothly. And as he does, he comes charging for you, Xander. But he, before running into you, flies up and then he turns. And let's see, Roxanne, about how close are you to the group right now?
Hey Moira, look, he got wings like you.
I'm gonna
probably pretty close.
mess that punk up.
You're going to get that boy. Excellent. All right. Being fairly close, you guys are all relatively close, seeing as we're all in front of this door. So I'll make this first one simple. He actually will basically drop kick you using these wings, Xander. So he's going to fly towards you and effectively... Yes, so roll me defend. You don't need to use his evasive maneuvers or ace shot. So you can just roll defend as usual. Ooh, very nice. A 10. All right, he goes to drop kick you, Xander, but you entirely avoid it. And as he's charging, he says, I'm coming for you. And he goes flying past you, past Moira, launches up into the air, and he is flying a good, 30, 40 feet up while looking down at all of you.
So he flies down at me to try to kick me?
He started head level with you guys, goes for a drop kick, misses because you dodge, and then he flies up, and he's now looking down at you all.
Pretty much I, shoot like a magic ball underneath my feet that, bounces me up, and then I kick off the wall, and I do, a flip to my left. Is he on the ground now, or is he
Is he going to come back down?
Nope. 30 feet up.
Oh, so he flew back up after trying to kick me?
Yep. Drop kick, missed, fly straight up.
Oh, I guess it looks like we're hunting for birds.
Yeah, I'm not so good with birds.
Does his wings look like birds, or?
No, they look metal.
Oh, I mean metal bird wings.
No, they don't look like bird wings either. They look like a fighter plane.
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest with you, that sounds stupid as hell.
All right, well, what are the three of y'all feeling? What you doing?
Is
I'm
Rat
thinking.
still here
Can
in the alley?
Rat's hiding in trash.
Okay.
Can
I go
I-
whisper to the garbage and I say, Miss Rat, Miss R, can you befuddle his vision like you were doing to us?
No, I can't mess with that one.
Okay.
Why not?
Any pro tips?
Don't get hit.
Don't get hit. Can I try intimidating him?
I whisper to the garbage. That's my favorite sentence. You want to try to intimidate him?
Yeah.
Yes, very, very much so.
Or unsettle him
Yes.
into...
And-
Alright.
This would be you're trying to create a story tag of slowing him down or something.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and roll change the game. He can't
Does he have
dodge.
armor on, or because I know you said he has a white jacket and green pants?
When you hit him, there was a shield that kind of whoom around his body, so you didn't actually strike him. You struck where the shield was. You can't really see it until you hit it. Though.
Did it hurt him at all, or did he just just didn't feel very good?
He effectively ignored it, but mechanically, yes, his shields are at 2 now.
Does he have a mask on at all?
Nope. Aviators.
Okay, so that's how they could tell who it is, because his face.
Yeah, his smile, and definitely not his voice, but he was basically wearing this when they met him.
He's giving me very Johnny Cage vibes with jet fighter wings.
Almost.
Quick question.
Yes, quick answer.
So for my improvement, prophetic. So it says what's going to happen next. Could I use that to ask what is he going to do next?
So that's when you use a clue. So if you have any clues, or if you use investigate, that's what prophetic is for. Now, if you want,
Gotcha.
you can use your move, and I can try to give you something based off that. It's not really used for that precisely, but we can.
Well, I don't want to mess with the rules too much.
Oh, no, it's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Okay, well, in that case.
Yeah, it's more so I'm going to make sure you're getting good shit out of it, and I'm not ripping you off and wasting it on nothing. That's my that's my shot there. So
Right.
yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and roll.
Okay.
To change the game. I guess we'll see what happens.
We will.
Not
right.
Great. Could be
3
worse.
3 juice.
3 juice is actually pretty good. That's
3
better
juice
than I thought it was going to be.
Is a lot of juice. You can buff allies, debuff him. You said you want to unsettle him?
Yeah, I want him. I like a fear response.
Okay.
To have a fear response.
All right, I'll give him a temporary story tag called Unsettled. You can always book the others if you want. Roxanne and Moira, or my God, you are Moira. Roxanne and Radiah are about to do something. You can give them tags to help them. Totally up to you.
Yeah, I would like to give them tags.
Okay.
And assist. Maybe call it. No. Well, I'll just give them a boost.
Sure. Because you're using your Harbinger of Doom, Prophecy, Unsettling Aura. So you're scaring him with the Unsettling Aura. And then for your
And just
allies. Oh.
Well, he's being distracted, I guess. So maybe
Maybe future sight, so they can kind of see slightly ahead of time to dodge or hit him easier?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Very good.
All right, so you both get a temporary tag called Future Sight for both Roxanne and Hridaya. All right, whatever you do, he doesn't show it, Moira, but he is very, mechanically, unsettled. What does this look like when you try to screw with him?
So you know how in cartoons, when there's an evil shadow creature, it just starts to look like it fills up the entire room by looming over you?
Yeah.
That's what I want it to look like.
Excellent. I like that. And as that begins to build up, Roxanne and Hridaya, you're not affected by this. In fact, you feel a little bit better.
I was gonna say, good thing we're immune to this.
Or we'd be cowering in the garbage with Miss Rat.
All right, so what do y'all do?
I really want him on the ground.
I mean, that's a thing you can do. So I will say, he obviously has wing armor. So if you pull him down, it'll be temporary. When he does an action or does something, you fly back up. So hurting that will, I'll tell you right now, affect his ability to fly. Question for all four of you. You're all standing relatively close to each other. I'll kind of just group your tokens kind of close, because that's where the door was. He's flying above the door.
Ew, get away from me.
I know, right? Big stink.
Ew, Cody.
He looks, after you do this, Moira, as if he's locking on to you, your group in general. Remember, moving is always free. You guys are currently grouped up. If you wish to move anywhere, Moira, as part of...
Say that for a reason. Run!
Yeah. as part of what you're doing, you can scoot, and then Roxanne and Hridaya, you can also scoot.
About to say, does it look like he's about to attack?
Oh, 100%, yeah. He's preparing an attack. He's locking on to you guys. You can almost hear it.
I
Charging
want
up his
to
laser
play
beams.
defense.
You're doing what?
Guys,
play
because we
defense.
don't know what he can do.
Okay, if you're playing defense, that would be change the game. So roll that with whatever shadowy bits you have, and you can give yourself and others shields.
Well, by defense, I guess I actually meant offense. Can I create a okay, like portal? I want to do a shadow in and then a shadow out back at him.
Okay.
So punch him with his own punch.
I love punching people with their own punches.
So you're attacking him then.
Yes.
Okay, so that's that's the opposite of what you said. We're all going to then. I would like to defend myself by punching him in the face.
I mean, redirection is both defense and offense.
Yeah, you're not
Strategically
wrong.
speaking, there's perfect validity in attacking first as a defense. So.
I fully agree.
All right, let's see. This is kind of a weird one.
So whatever shadow powers you have, and you can use unsettled, but it's only used once. Also, are you aiming at his shields or his wings?
His wings. Can I use my alert private guard for this or no?
Sure.
I don't think any of these others work. Wait, can I use it as a surprise from behind? Because the exit portal can be behind him.
Yes, you have not attacked just yet, so I'll say that's fine.
Excellent.
Alrighty, choose one, aka the damage one on the wings.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
Let's achieve my goal.
that will no, the middle one, status. There you
I'm
go.
still achieving my goal.
That doesn't achieve your goal by whittling down the armor on his wings. So what's going to happen is while he's charging up, do you move Roxanne anyway, or do you chill where you are?
I mean, since I'm half defending it, I would like this attack to, I guess, the portal's going to have to appear above our heads, right? The in portal.
Yes.
So I'm going to stay where I am.
And as you can kind of hear him locking on, you're effectively waiting for him to shoot so you can get him back.
Yes.
Alrighty. He goes to open fire at Moira, and these two huge green beams kind of erupt from nowhere. It's difficult to see where they're coming from on his body, not from his hands, as his arms are crossed. And they shoot out and fly towards Moira. Unfortunately, Roxanne, you're able to react in time to absorb them with your little shadow portal, and then one comes from behind him and sticks him in the back. He kind of turns a little bit with the strike, and as he does, he stays up in the air, flies over to the side, and while looking down at you, he says, "You're more cunning than I thought." And as he does, his wings kind of cock back a bit, and suddenly this massive red bomb goes hurtling for you, Roxanne. And I'll say Roxanne and Moira, both of you roll me base danger.
Hmm.
And you can tell this bomb was specifically coming from his wings.
I would like to escape through the shadows, please.
I don't want to be here.
And I'm not alone. My friends will help me out.
And how dark is it?
Before the bomb goes off, pretty dark.
All right. In that case, I'm going to use that to my advantage.
Can I use vertigo? Because I'm moving very quickly.
Yes, vertigo? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can. For light without dark?
Yes.
Yes, make sure you mark attention after that. Oh my god!
Whoa.
All right, we got a 10 and an 11. You both completely avoid all the damage as it just explodes behind you.
Moira and Roxanne, high five.
High five.
Excellent. You guys use the force of the explosion to kind of roll forward in different directions and high five mid-air as you guys kind of clear the area. And there is a crater left where he shot that definitely would have hurt.
I will also do a quick, I don't think that's James.
Yeah, something's wrong here. I'm getting a bad vibe. You know, aside from the whole trying to kill us thing.
Hey, what's your name?
He does not answer, and you can hear him once again attempting to lock onto you all as Redaya, you may now think upon your next action and tell us next week.
Sorry, that was really well timed.
Screams!